Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another OST from Software reaction video. And finally, we are now going to be able to actually talk about Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. And I have to start with a confession. I've dabbled and played every From Software game except this one. I've never played Sekiro, never even tried it out. And it's already 5 years old as of the recording of this video. And here I am sitting, and no doubt when I actually get to start Twitch streaming, is that Sekiro is absolutely going to be on the list. But I have also heard that it's probably the hardest From Software game ever made. But I'll see exactly what that's going to be like. I also have heard a lot of people praise it for its streamlined experience and how it's abandoned its RPG elements, and now there is an actual a very solid story to this, which I'll be able to we'll be able to enjoy it when the time comes. And then finally, there comes to like the boss design elements of Sekiro. Now, I've heard that there's it's a very different experience from Dark Souls or Elden Ring or Bloodborne. Is that there could be some very unique mechanics to how to interact with a boss, how to deal severe damage, not to mention the things like the hiding elements and because I know there are stealth elements involved in this game, but I want to see exactly in how many different situations that sort of thing is going to be implemented. Because one element that was implemented, even in Sekiro, is the idea of a dragon boss fight, which I've never seen for myself, but I heard it's probably one of the most unique dragon fights in the series. Probably not only because of the level of polish and also the layout that Sekiro's boss design has over the other games in the series, but I also heard it's just a spectacle just to watch. And while that will be up for debate when the time comes, this is going to be something about what we can hear instead. So that leaves me with not much else to say, and it's time to check out the Divine Dragon OST. So here we go. So, initial thoughts. The addition of flutes from steel flutes, pan flutes. It almost it's like it's like it is literally like a force of nature that you are thrown to the elements, and you're either fighting with the wind or you're fighting against the wind, which maybe for how this boss fight goes might be just another little quirk about the game's story, or if it's so deeply ingrained in Japanese culture that it could be one or the other. But that leaves me very, very excited, by the way, because it is absolutely entrenched in its style and its design and its influence. That was beautiful. That no, seriously, that was it. It didn't feel like grand. It felt grand, absolutely, and it. You know what? It actually, it more than anything that this made me feel. It made me feel as though this was like almost realistically you could defeat this thing, which is something that quite a lot of other bosses in a lot of dragon style boss fights were really had this. They had a feeling that no matter what happened, you were almost doomed, almost not to defeat such things like Calamite or Sin or even Lich Dragon. But against the Divine Dragon, it feels almost honorable, almost that you stand a very, very good chance. It's fantastically balanced. The contrast between actually fighting something with honor and with grace, and actually fighting against something that realistically can be defeated, and that's all orchestrated like the way the violins like just silently playing they almost turned the tides of this conflict from where it felt impossible to you actually can do it. But I think that's maybe more for story context as opposed to what happens from an objective point of view, perhaps. And with all that being said and done, I have hopefully all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction to the Divine Dragon from Sekiro, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye bye for now.